A brief video clip to give an overview of the new UI in TaxPro. It is still work in progress. As the year progresses, you will see more screens updated to the new UI. Currently, there is a mix between old and new screens. On opening up TaxPro, it will default to a practice dashboard. There are a number of sections on the dashboard which I will explain. Your practice name and TAIN number will appear at the top left. At the top of the dashboard, there is a section labeled Information and Alerts. Click on the arrow down to see live information communicated by ITSS to the user. This allows ITSS to communicate quickly with users of TaxPro and provide updates on known issues and any other important information that we would like to get to users quickly. It is expected that communication here will be much more effective than via email. To the left here is a list of recent clients. The client reference number name and tax reference number is displayed. It also identifies the client type, either an individual or partnership. A user can click on the client to access the client records. On the right, under Client Management, a user can select Client, select the partnership, a private client, which are the clients that are restricted with passwords. The option to import new clients from ROS allows a user to compare your ROS client list with the TaxPro client list. When opened, it will display a ROS client list, and one can identify the clients that are not in TaxPro. Users can import any clients from ROS into TaxPro using this function. Setting up a new client or partnership, delete a client or partnership, export and import a client or partnership can all be accessed under Client Management on the Practice dashboard. Under Data Management, the accessible links are Bulk ROS Import. The Bulk ROS Import should be run before you start doing tax returns for the new tax year. After all clients have been carried forward into the new tax year is the best time to do this. The Bulk ROS Import, once run, will pull all of the available ROS pre-populated information available for all clients into the software. Once the Bulk ROS Import is done, it is not necessary to import ROS details on a client-by-client, screen-by-screen basis. Carry forward clients from one tax year to the next. Click on the Roll Forward Clients link will carry forward all your clients from the previous tax year to this tax year, for example, from 2024 to 2025. Data Analysts option. Click on the link to open up multiple options. A user can choose to mine the available data in TaxPro. For example, a user could select the option Show All Clients Who Are Married. A report will then be generated, which will show a list of all clients in the software that are identified as married. Users can select multiple combinations and generate multiple reports. Key Dates Report link. Information is fed to the Key Dates report from the Milestones and Deadlines data entry screen. The Milestones and Deadline data entry screen is accessed via the administration section of the software. The Key Dates reports will display the status of each tax return in the software based on the dates the practice has decided to track. The report can be filtered on Caseworker if the practice has set up users in the software and allocated clients to users. Upload Clients to Portal option. If you are using Go Client Connect, the client portal provided by ITSS, then this option will allow you to sync all your clients in TaxPro with the client portal. The client portal will remove the need for communicating with clients via email and centralizes all communication between clients and all users in the practice to one central, safer location. Clients can log into the portal and view all communication and documentation with the practice in the portal. Once clients have been uploaded to the portal, they will now be linked with TaxPro. This will allow for the seamless flow of information between the software. Export or import your client list option. This is a simple function which will export the entire client list to Excel. A user can edit the client list in Excel, change users allocated to clients, change reference number, update email address, etc. Client status. This displays the breakdown of the type of returns. Below is a summary of tax stats based on the client list, the total income tax payable, total refunds, and total CGT due for all clients in the tax year. Tax return status dashboard shows us the number of clients that are started, how many that are in progress, how many are sent to the client, and how many are filed. Go Tax Connect form status. Go Tax Connect, an add-on module for TaxPro, allows users to create an electronic tax data collection form for clients using previous year's data. Once the form is generated, a client can access and complete the form via a URL. When the client has completed the form, it can be imported into TaxPro, which will pre-populate all of the relevant fields in TaxPro. The dashboard identifies forms sent to client, forms started and complete by clients, and forms imported into TaxPro. Select a client. A user can either click on the recent clients accessed on the left-hand side or select a client by clicking on the Select a Client link. The Select a Client screen will display your client list for the default tax year. When the client list opens, reference number, client name, PPS number, form type, and client status are visible. Status, which refers to the progress of the tax return according to the milestones and deadline screen, is updated using colors red, yellow, and green. Red indicates that the client's tax return has not been started. Yellow indicates that the tax return is in progress. Green indicates that the tax return is complete and has been submitted to revenue. Users can search clients using the search function at the top of the screen. Users can search by client name, PPS number, or tax number. Now, we will select a client to view the client dashboard. Click on the client and the client dashboard will open. Menu Navigator. With the exception of Go Tax Connect, all menu items are visible on the navigator. This ensures that all items on the navigator are easy to access. Here at the top of the client dashboard is where the ROS pre-populated information can be viewed for each client after the bulk ROS import is run. The ROS information can be imported into the relevant screens to which it relates when you enter those screens. When a user enters the relevant screens, they will be prompted to import the ROS data into that screen. Client Details Dashboard displays a brief summary of some of the client's relevant personal details. The Tax Summary Dashboard is updated with the relevant tax figures when the computations are generated. Export a Client is also accessible from the dashboard on the right-hand side of the Quick Links dashboard. The Quick Links dashboard has a number of links available which are easily accessible via the client dashboard. Scratchpad link will launch the client in Scratchpad mode, allowing users to run what-if tax planning scenarios. For easy accessibility, there is a link to all of the computations and Form 11 ROS file online and report packs. Go Client Connect. Where a client is linked in TaxPro with a client in the portal, it is possible to send files and emails directly to the client from TaxPro via the portal. Also displayed here will be any differences in the data for the client between TaxPro and the portal. There is a similar link in Corporation TaxPro. Such connections ensures client data is always up to date, whereas it's shared across software. The Go Tax Connect dashboard will show the status of the tax data collection form for this client. Once a form has been generated, links will also be available to view. Users can also import the form from this dashboard. Linked Partnerships displays the name of the partnerships which either self or spouse are connected with and their relevant shareholding. You can access the partnership record by clicking on the link. When clicked on, many of the links on the navigator will display landing pages. For example, click on Irish Source Income and links to access the relevant screens for all Irish sources of income will be displayed. Note a bookmark next to the link. This bookmark indicates that there is information in that screen. The information has either been entered or has carry forward from the previous year. Once a user has completed the screen, it can be marked as complete. On complete screens, the bookmark will be updated with a green tick mark. A ROS data icon indicates ROS data that's available to import. The Employment and Pensions screen is an example of how the new UI will look on all screens as they are updated. Each screen will work from top to bottom and is broken into relevant sections. Note, for reference purposes, prior year information is displayed grayed out on the screen. This has removed the need to switch back to previous years to view the data. Users can type current year information under the current year column. Sidebar. There will be a sidebar display on the right-hand side of all new screens as they are updated. The tax liability from the TaxPro computation is displayed at the top of the sidebar. It will be updated as the computation is run. The sidebar also includes links to generate reports relevant to the data entry screen. There is also a help search option on the sidebar. A user can enter FAQs or search the help for assistance using the software. The screens will be broken into relevant sections for easy navigation. Note each section can be opened out to access or closed to minimize. On leaving the screen, the progress can be updated to complete. There is a back arrow icon on each of the selector screens, which will navigate the user back to the main landing page. Reviewing some more of the navigator. Clicking on the Overseas Income link, Credits and Reliefs, Charges and Deductions will display links to the relevant data entry screens. Reports. The Reports landing page has a number of pages, allowing users to navigate through default reports, forms, and backup schedules. The Administration landing page displays as shown. On the left-hand side is links to access admin data entry or set up screens. On the right are the Administration report links, such as Tax Returns Submitted, Tax Returns Not Submitted, and Tax Connect reports. Click on the link to view any of these reports. That's it, the end of this overview. Please share any feedback via info@itssltd.com. TaxPro training will commence March to September of 2026. Contact us for more information. Thank you.